It's time for another exciting edition of Chao Racing. And this week from Tampa, Florida, there can mean two things. A second foreign trip for the ChaoEmperor and our summer farewell show for week 16. So here's the guy who capped up another exciting summer season, is your host, Brandon Jennings. Hello everybody, are you ready to say goodbye to summer for the year? I hope so, yes we are. And how you do fans? Oh, welcome to our summer farewell show for Chao Racing 2018 as we count down to the ChaoEmperor's second annual trip to Florida for 2018. It's going to be an exciting one featuring all of our tag teams ready for an outside month of play. So Paul, let's get started with week 16 summer farewell show. And to start off our men's division tag team play for week 16, we have a rematch from the 2015 Tag Team Championship, featuring Tommy and Kenny of the Dates Brothers versus Howard and Dave of the Miller Traders. The Dates Brothers haven't done very well recently, but I know the Miller Traders won last month's race from June during the first half of the season. Let's hope which one will keep it up in the real one. There's a look at the lineup for this first race of the week, and it's off to the field for the first time. Everyone is on the clock. Good luck to the Dates Brothers and the Miller Traders on quest for victory, and please start the race. Here we go. Alright, who is going to be the first winning team of our summer farewell show this year? We'll find out soon enough. And right now, numbers 1, 7, and 8 are all going to mess. And it looks like Kenny Days and Dave Miller are both pausing for a moment. So they're going to be left behind from Tommy and Howard. Tommy and Howard are going to eat the fruit. And they're off and running. These two Chao are going to be battling for the lead up in the front. Let's see which path they're going to take. It looks like they're both heading for the water path. Howard Miller seems like he has a better flying ability of these two right now. And who will get the first speed burst of the week? It's going to be number 2 who gets it, trying to catch up to numbers 7 and 8 over at the bridges. Kenny Days is getting left behind in the competition early on, but he's taking the water, trying to stay alive in the game. There he is. He is going to move up a couple of places. And he will have speed burst number 2 in this race, just like that. Now passing number 1 for 4th place. He is chewing on Tommy Days, or trying to chew on Tommy Days, trying to beat out Howard and Dave Miller on the Miller Traders. Both members on the Miller Traders, as a matter of fact. Tommy Days is making his way toward the sapphire portion of the course as we head back into Kenny Days as we pass the 1 minute mark in this exciting race. Right now, numbers 2, 7, and 8 are battling for D-Life all the way in the back. And number 1 passes for 1. So the other 3 Silver Chao will have the privilege of catching up to them in a little bit. As the next POS we made by number 7, who leads numbers 2 and 8 in the dust. Now he will have a privilege to catch up to number 1 for the lead of the 4th Silver Chao. Meanwhile, in the very front, Tommy Days is starting to get tailgated by both Howard and Dave on the Miller Traders. Which team will prevail in the early run? We'll find out as the 3 Chao make their way towards the wall. Back to number 7, and now he's catching up to number 1 and Kenny Days. By the way, that makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for Kenny Days and number 7 respectively. It will be appropriate in numbers 2 and 8 will get a turn, but I'm afraid they're going to hit the wall first. So the next POS is probably going to be up in the front, and that next POS will be made by Dave Miller and the Miller Traders. And look at that, his partner Howard has made the pass from Tommy Days. So Howard Miller can on the lead up in the front. I think Davis is going to be happy to win. So they won the last race on week 13, and it looks like they're going to do it again for week 16 this month. As number 7 gets his first speed burst of the race, Howard Miller is going to take another step closer towards his 2019 redemption title. Howard and Dave Miller on the Miller Traders prevail over the Days Brothers. As Kenny Days, a little disappointed with another sad loss, will close that speed burst. That makes his first speed burst of the race. And number 2 went a little too far at a time. He can just forget about this race. Number 8 can also forget about this race. As the Miller Traders can celebrate. That's right, that makes 3 and 2 for the Miller Traders. And we'll have more exciting action on this, so stay tuned. We're just getting started for our summer farewell show. Alright, time for race number 2. Race number 2 will feature a rematch on the 2014 Tag Team Championship. That is the Classic Go-Getters, Antonio Bennett and Christiana, against Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick. There's a look in the lineup. Let's see who will come up on top in this next race. Good luck to the classic go-getters and Jason and Nick on the quest for victory. Here we go. Please start the race. Alright, the next two teams are off and running for the Tampa Bay area attendance. Right now, the two teams are making their way towards the palm trees after rushing through the rainbow path. The two teams have made it to the palm trees, and it looks like numbers 1, 2, and 8 are all going to rest. So these three channels are going to be left behind in the competition for a while. And it looks like both members of the classic go-getters are dancing to the beat. And there goes Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick. So Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick is going to have the upper hand of the two teams right now. As the first superstar gets beat is number 2. That's the second race in a row. And number 2 has won the opening toss. And right now, number 8 is getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Where he will be heading next? It looks like number 8 is going to be heading for the 1, trying to maintain some ground. And this time, number 2 goes for consecutive to start off the race. And number 7 is going to rest, so he will lead number 7 in the dust. And right now, Antonio Bennett is exiting the water, battling with Jason Hill and number 1 for the lead up in the front. And who got the next one? It is Chris Schneider, the prototype wizard, trying to catch up to the US in a hurry. Numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind in the competition. They're battling for 6th place. But it's number 7 who is way behind the competition all the way in the back. As we pass the 1 minute long exciting race, the next speed race is going to be made by number 8, who leaves numbers 2 and 7 in the dust. And right now he is catching up to Nick Gimmick for 5th place. Meanwhile, Jason Hill has a little bit more room to rumble ahead of Antonio Bennett has a little bit more room to rumble. Antonio Bennett has a little bit more room to rumble ahead of Jason Hill, and he's good at. So the classic go-getters will have full control of this match. As we head back into number 8. That's 2 in a row for number 8. And right now, point number 7 is all alone in last place behind the pack. I think it's time that he gets a couple of speed runs, and I mean good ones for sure. Yep, he's going to need a couple of speed runs, and this is one of them. Will we get some more? We'll find out soon enough. And right now, Antonio Bennett is good at this. And so is Chris Schneider trying to get some attention early on, to get some energy in the early run. As the next speed run is made by Nick Gimmick. He doesn't need to go to the rest. He keeps on going. He's trying to make the pass from bombers of the classic go-getters, trying to whip Jason Hill to a miracle victory over the classic go-getters. Right now, Antonio Bennett is the first to approach the home stretch, which is the ruby portion of the Emerald course. And it looks like Nick Gimmick is going to make the pass from Antonio Bennett for the lead. So number 7 will have another turn. And right now, Nick Gimmick has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. He made a pass, and he is going to whip Jason Hill for the victory. As Jason Hill takes the next speed runs, he and Nick Gimmick are our winners. A miracle comeback for Nick Gimmick to lead Jason Hill towards the victory over the classic go-getters. That was a pure example of pride and teamwork. Never give up in the only one, right, Brennan? Right. Nick Gimmick and Jason Hill won this round, but who knows when they'll meet next. Back in a bit. Do not go away. Alright, 2 races are down. We now head into race number 3. Paul, who do we have again? Race number 3 will feature Gary Coles and the fastest swimmer Buster DeJamo taking on the only undefeated team left in the rankings, Ralph Dennis and the computer wizard Peter Foles. Remember that swimming is one of the key abilities, and Buster DeJamo is ranked number 1 in swimming for the second half of the season. Let's see how they will fare in the early one. Good luck to the next 2 teams, and let's rock this place! Alright, let's see who will come on top in this next race. And it looks like Ralph Dennis is good. That means Gary Coles and Buster DeJamo will have a 2-on-1 advantage over Peter Foles for the moment. Right now, these 3 Chao are heading into the palm trees to bring out that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Buster DeJamo is dancing to the beat. That means it's Gary Coles versus Peter Foles up in the front. Who is going to be heading for the water and who will have to take the bridges? It looks like Gary Coles is going to be heading for the water. Peter Foles decided to stick with the bridges. So Gary Coles is expected to have some room to rumble as the first superstar gets beat is his partner, Buster DeJamo. And there he goes. quickly making it to the other side of the water, trying to help out Gary Coles to maintain that huge lead. And number 7 is Squirrels. So he's better to drop down to last place of the competition over the bridges. As Peter Foles was Beavis number 2 in this race, trying desperately to catch up with number 2 for 4th place. Right now it is Buster Jabo, who is battling with Ralph Dennis and his partner Gary Coles up in the front as they enter the sapphire portion of the Emerald course. And who will get the next command Beavis? It is going to be number 1 who gets it, who tried desperately to get back in this one. Right now, number 8 also really needs some help. But number 7, who is way behind the competition, really needs some help every now and then. But the next speed is going to be made by Peter Foles. That makes his second speed bus of the race, and number 2 Toss from 1. So he'll move out to 4th place. Meanwhile, his partner Ralph Dennis sees like he got the lead from Gary Coles and Buster Jabo. But watch out for Buster Jabo's swimming ability. That's coming out later on in the show. Next BS belongs to number 8. He really needs help and he got it. And Peter Foles is going to rest, so he'll drop down a couple places. Poor number 7, meanwhile, is still way behind in the competition. He needs a couple of speed bumps if he wants to get back in this one. But let's head back to number 8. He leaves poor number 7 in the dust with back-to-back speeders. Poor number 7. And right now, Ralph Dennis has a little bit of room to rumble ahead of Buster Jabo and Gary Coles. But Buster Jabo should be on his way swimming at the home stretch. And there he goes for the number speeders. That makes his second speeders of the race. He is going to make the pass from Ralph Dennis with a little bit of room to rumble. And he's going to lift his team towards the victory. Gary Coles and Buster Jabo are our winners, as Peter Foles will get a number 2, making his first speed bus of the race. Had himself for the first loss of the season. Well, it was fun being undefeated, but it's always the rest of the season for Ralph Dennis and Peter Foles. Number 7 has no hope for surviving whatsoever as the race comes to a close. So, Buster Jabo leads Gary Coles towards a huge victory. That's why swimming has paid off again, and it's more time coming up after we hear one from this. I hope everyone's having a great time joining with us on our summer farewell show this week in the Tampa Bay area. Paul, who do we have next? Race number 4 will feature Kyle Richmond and the Bobby Maid of Bobby K against the 2017 Tag Team Champions, Albion Jr. and Chris Fanacos. Yes, sir, this will be a rematch of last season's 3rd place playoff. Let's see who's going to come on top this time around. Good luck to the next 2 teams on the quest for victory, and let's rock this place! Alright, so the last time they battled was in week 3. And of course, Albion Jr. and Chris Fanacos won the battle that day. Let's see who will come on top in round 2 of this saga. Right now, in the 4th channel, I'm going to check the palm swings to bring down the coconut chip food. And number 8 is going to rest. So he will be left behind the crowd for a moment. Right now, Bobby K and Chris Fanacos are going to be battling frontally up in front. And it looks like they're both heading for the water, trying to maintain some ground. Albion Jr. decided to join along with these 2 Chao. As the first superstar against Beepus is number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And look at that. He expected to have the lead over the 4th Silver Chao because 1 Silver Chao square rest and number 1 is Positive 1-1. And right now, Kyle Richmond is rapidly approaching the water, making it to the other side of the water. As BUS number 2 in this race, we made by number 7, who's trying to catch up with number 8 for the lead over the 4th Silver Chao. And right now it is Chris Fanacos and Albion Jr. who's taking 1st and 2nd respectively, following in the close third by Bobby K. As the next BS we made by number 1, and he will lead number 2 in us, and Chris Fanacos is going to rest. So he will drop down to 3rd place on the competition. That means Albion Jr. will have to battle with Chris Fanacos for the lead up in the front. We passed the 1-minute mark on this race. The 4th Chao heading towards the sapphire portion of course. Chris Fanacos trying to make a comeback here after taking a nap as we head back into number 1. And now he takes the lead over the 4th Chao away from number 8. Meanwhile, number 2 is getting left behind, and so is number 7. Which one of them will get the next command speed minus? Which one of them is going to need help to stay alive? It's going to be number 2 who gets it. But I think he needs a lot more help than that to stay in. Will we get it? We'll find out soon enough. And back with fun. Chris without goals, Bobby K, and out here Jr. are climbing up the top of the wall. Who will win this one? We'll find out soon enough. Next because belongs to number 1. That makes a speed buzz to the base. And right now number 2 is getting left behind still along with number 7. And who got the next one? It is the Sun Unlicensed Drive. Out here Jr. who is catching up to Bobby K for 2nd place. Chris Monaco's in the lead, and I do believe he's going to have a little bit of room to rumble ahead of the Bobby K. Yep. Number 8 when the next command speed bus. That makes it 2nd speed bus to the base. Trying to regain control and lead on 4 switch out. And Chris Monaco's has this base all wrapped up. Chris Monaco's leads out here Jr. for the victory. That's great ball by out here Jr. 2nd place. And Bobby K will come in 3rd place. And the last speed bus up in this race probably we may buy Kyle Reachman. A little disappointed with 4th place. Number 1 can just forget about this race all the way in the back. Alright, so Abby and Jr. and Chris Monaco won the job again. That's right, but what about the rest of the season? We'll soon know. Coming up, we get more exciting action for you, but first have a look at this. Okay then, it's time for the next installment. That's right, race number 5 will feature Stealing Man and Ramon Shante of the Lucky Irish as they battle against Casey Raymondson and Carl Tanner. Both of these teams did very well in the first half of the season, winning 3 of their 4 monthly races, but only one of them will improve to 4-1. The other will have to drop down to 3-2. So let's see what happens next. Everyone is on the clock, and best luck to the next 2 teams. Please start the race! So, who will improve to 4-1 in their 5 races so far in this season? We'll find out soon enough, because only time will tell, and anything can happen in the Chao Racing Universe. The motto we say every week. And right now in the 4th Chao Chicken Apologies, the fans in the Tampa Bay area are on their feet. And there goes our 4 superstars with Stealing Man and Carl Tanner battling for the lead up in the front. And Ramon Shante is good. So he'll drop down a couple places. And it looks like Stealing Man and Carl Tanner are going to be heading for the water. As number 1 will have the winning toss this time around. And right now, a couple switch are going to rest. And right now, poor number 2 is getting left behind on the competition all the way in the back. And he is ready to take the water as number 1, who wakes up for a snap, opens this one up with back-to-back speeders. And guess who took a shortcut? It's Stealing Man. That's who. The Lucky Irish now has a commanding lead with Stealing Man up in the front. And his partner, Ramon Shante, will have speeders number 2 in his face. He knew with his senses tingling that his team has the upper hand right now. He's winning right now. Poor number 8 is getting left behind in the competition as we pass the 1 minute mark. But let's head back to Ramon Shante. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 1 and Ramon Shante of the Lucky Irish. All speedboats are consecutive so far, and Stealing Man is gone, ladies and gentlemen. No one is going to catch up to Stealing Man in a hurry. He is going to reach the top of the wall, and he knows his fans. He's going to win this one for sure. Next speedboat belongs to number 7, who is number 8 in the dust. That will be the poor number 8 left behind for the 2nd time in this race for dear life this time. Let's see what happens here. And I think number 2 passes toss from 1, and number 8 passes from 1. So which one is going to need some help? It's going to be number 2 who gets it. Now I'm trying to gain the lead over the 4th third Chao. And at the home stretch, Stealing Man is safely in the lead with no opponents to worry about. He is going to lift the Lucky Irish to another easy victory over Casey and Carl right now. As Ramon Shante takes his number 10 making his first POS race, the Lucky Irish easily prevails over the Casey Raymondson and Carl Tanner by a landslide. That was a landslide affair for the Lucky Irish. Well done by the Lucky Irish. They now improve to 4-1, and they're sure they'll make it all the way to the Tag Team Championship this season. And number 8 is Grimace. As number 7 will get the next command speeders. That makes it 2nd speeders race. Carl Tanner will come in 2nd place, and Ramon Shante, with a smile on his face in 3rd place, will get a W on his scorecard this month. Let's hope they keep it up next month in tag team action. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus on this race, and it'll be made by Casey Manwason. A little disappointed with 5th place behind number 2. And number 8 can just forget about this race. Alright, so with a landslide affair, the Lucky Arch is now at 4-1. That's why they won 4 out of 5 races just now, and we'll be back with another tag action after this, so stay tuned. And we'll be halfway for the tag team action after race number 6. And who will we have again, Paul? Race number 6 will feature Donald Reynolds and Luke Green, the defending runners-up, against J.J. Niedermeyer and Oliver Jones, who is winless after 16 races. But I do believe Donald Reynolds and Luke Green are going to have another easy victory, like the fans predict. Let's see if that can make it happen. Good luck to the next 2 teams. Everyone's on the clock. And let's have a challenge! Alright, so Donald Reynolds and Luke Green are facing a very simple test. They're facing off against J.J. Niedermeyer and winless Oliver Jones. I think they're going to win this one easily. No doubt about it for Donald Reynolds and Luke Green, trying to fulfill the redemption run for the 2019 tag team title. Right now, J.J. Niedermeyer's going to eat through, and there he goes. He's going to have command of the lead, and look at that. He's going to have the upper hand of the 2 teams, because Donald Reynolds is dancing to the beat. And right now, it looks like Oliver Jones is going to rest. That means he'll drop down a couple of places due to that nap. And what he's trying to be doing, it looks like Donald Reynolds is trying to pay off his shortcut again, but what happened? We'll find out soon enough. As the first superstar against Speed Bus is his partner, Luke Green. And yes, he did. Donald Reynolds paid off his shortcut after giving J.J. Niedermeyer the upper hand early on in the race. I knew Donald Reynolds and Luke Green would have control of this match. And who will get Speed Bus number 2 of this race? It's going to be Oliver Jones. Wow. He was shocked. His team had the upper hand with J.J. Niedermeyer up in the front, but now he and J.J. Niedermeyer might need a miracle to catch up with our defending world champion Donald Reynolds in a hurry. Right now, J.J. Niedermeyer sits in easy second place, but he needs a miracle to catch up with Donald Reynolds. We passed the 1 minute mark at this race as we head back into winless Oliver Jones. I highly doubt he'll get any wins for the entire season. No guarantee about it. Right now, Luke Green is getting left behind the competition, but he knows with his senses that Donald Reynolds is dominating right now over J.J. Niedermeyer as the next PS will be made by number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Will we get some more help? We'll find out soon enough. Meanwhile, Donald Reynolds has reached the top of the wall, and he is safely approaching the waterfall with all his heart and spirit. And his partner, Luke Green, will get another turn. That makes his second speed bus of the race. Poor number 7, meanwhile, is still way behind the competition all the way in the back. But it's number 1 who will get that next command, leaving the silver join us and our Jones and Luke Green. Yep, J.J. Niedermeyer's going to rest. So it will be a miracle to catch up to Donald Reynolds in a hurry. But as he will have the next command PS, Donald Reynolds back in the home stretch is going to have another easy victory on the road to redemption for 2019. Donald Reynolds lifts Luke Green to another easy victory. That's number 1. We'll get the next command spears. Finally, number 7 in the dust. Point number 8 sitting in 7th. Point number 7 sitting in 8th place. And who will get the next one? It's going to be Oliver Jones. That's who. That makes his first speed bus race, but he's still winless at 0-17. J.J. Niedermeyer will have to come at a disappointing second, and number 2, who dominate over the force of Chao, will wind up in 3rd place. And who's better to have the last speed bus on this race? It will be number 7 who gets it. That makes it like a speed bus race, and that was just enough to take the lead of the skill line from number 8. Well done by number 7. So Donald Reynolds and Luke Green are the winners on this race. That's right, a couple more races, and he'll definitely have a chance at redemption. We'll be right back after these messages. Alright, time for the second half of our tag team play. That's right, and we're going to start the second half with the Steel Drive. That is the License and Drive Al Heenan Sr. and his brother Danielle Heenan. They'll be taking on Dare to Play, and Joe Rathway, who is the fastest runner of the 48 Superstars. Let's see what happens here. Everyone is on the clock, and good luck to the next two teams on the road to success. Please start the race. Alright, Joe Rathway is off and running like always, and numbers 1 and 7 are good rats. That means these two Chao will be battling for dear life all the way in the back. Joe Rathway has reached the palm trees. She brought down the coconut shaped fruit, and now he's going to eat the fruit, and it looks like he's dancing to the beat. Now give the yellow free Chao the privilege to catch up with him in a hurry. The yellow free Chao going to eat the fruit, and Joe Rathway's off and running again, and look at that. He and Dare to Play are going to have a 2-on-1 advantage over Danielle Heaton, because Al here Sr. decided to dance to the beat. And who will get the opening toss? As Danielle Heaton on steel dry hands for the water, it's going to be Dare to Play. That's Sue taking the vision of the Cumberland. And look at this, look at this! Al Sr. has prevailed his shortcut strategy! So now he will have command lead for the steel drive. But watch out for Joe Rathway's incredible speed. He can still make a comeback here, folks. We'll find out soon enough as speed burst number 2 in this race will be made by number 2, who is pouring number 7 in the dust over at the bridges. Joe Rathway had the lead and the upper hand, but now he gave away the lead to Al Sr. I think he should be able to catch up, right? He should have a chance to get back in this one ahead of Al Sr. We're approaching the 1 minute mark as Danielle Heaton, the son of the licensed driver, Al Sr., will have the next command because his team has the lead right now, but Joe Rathway is seeking revenge. He's trying to make a statement in the early run. Will it happen? We'll find out soon enough, because only time will tell. Next PS belongs to Dare to Play. That makes his second speed burst of the race. Meanwhile, point number 7 is getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Number 2 seems like he's also getting left behind from the crowd. They both really wanted to speed burst, and I mean now. But who really got the next command FPS? It is going to be number 8 who gets it, and look at that. Number 1 process from 1, so now number 8 who has command lead with force of a Chao, and Al Sr. is the best. So Joe Rathway will have full control of this match as Danielle Heaton takes his second speed burst of the race. But even with Joe Rathway's slow swimming ability, I think Joe Rathway is still going to hold on for the victory against both members of the team right. Yep, Joe Rathway is making his way towards the goal line right here. And as number 7 takes the next command speed, down by 1 up for Dare to Play and Joe Rathway over the steel drive. Al Sr. took a shortcut, but Joe Rathway came back to win it all for Dare to Play. So now Joe Rathway has a total of 7 wins, and Dare to Play now has 4 wins. Great job by Joe Rathway. Right, I knew Joe Rathway will prevail. Running always prevails no matter what happens. Coming up, we got another exciting race ready for another exciting race. But first, let's hear one from this. Alright, Paul, this next race should be interesting with 2 very important crowd pleasers who want to go playoff bound all the way. Yes, playoff bound indeed. It's the Dazzling Aces, John Miller and Fred Harrison versus Mickey Nelson and Rusty Instant Replay Jackinson, better known as the Go-Getters 2.0 tag team. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, the next 2 teams are off and running. They're going to push their luck to the test. Which luck will pay off? We'll soon know in the only one. And right now, a couple of silver Chao going to rest. At least one of them, number 8, is pausing for a moment. And number 2 is going to rest. By the way, looks at it. Let's see who will have the upper hand as the 4 Chao eat the fruit. There goes Rusty Instant Replay Jackington. And in fact, his team is going to have the upper hand because both members of the Dazzling Aces are dancing to the beat. And as number 7 goes to rest, the first superstar to get speed burst this time around is John Miller of the Dazzling Aces. He and Fred Harrison of the Dazzling Aces are both heading for the water. And so is number 1, trying to maintain some ground in the back. And which superstar will get speed burst number 2? It's going to be number 7 who gets it, trying to make the pass from number 2 for 6th place. And look who took a shortcut. Yep, Representing the Go-Getters 2.0, it's Ricky Nelson at 2. He now has the commanding lead for the Go-Getters 2.0. As Fred Henderson and the Dazzling Aces will get the next command because and down goes number 2 in the back. That's going to cause a serious damage. And one of the other Silver Giant was going to miss. And as we approach the 1 minute mark, the next speed will be made by number 8, who's trying to make a pass with number 7 for the lead over the 4-0 Chao. Ricky Nelson has the commanding lead up in the very front. Meanwhile, the other 3 Chao, Rusty, John, and Fred are battling for second place. But I think the Go-Getters 2.0 are going to win this one easily because Ricky Nelson is totally dominating right now. Yep. Next PS belongs to number 2. He needed some help and he got it. Right now it is number 1 who is in danger. He's getting all in last place. I think it's time that he needs a couple of speed bursts so that he can really get back in this one. He really needs him right away. And he will get a speed bus. Let's find out if he will get more later on in the show. Right now, back at home stretch, Ricky Nelson is at the ruby portion of the Emerald course, that big pool that heads to the goal line. And who got the next one? It is going to be Fred Henderson. That makes his second speed bus of the race, but Fred Henderson is not going to catch up to Ricky Nelson in time. The Go-Getters 2.0 are winners, with Ricky Nelson coming in first place. And I do believe I see Ancient Reaper Jackie is going to sell for second as well. Well done by the Go-Getters 2.0. That's John Miller. Well, next command yes, that makes it second speed bus of the race, but there's always next time for the Dazzling Aces. And it looks like number 1 will get his second speed bus race, and that was just enough to take the lead for 6th place. Rusty Interview Objective will come in second, followed by John Miller and Fred, and Fred Henderson will wind up in 4th place. Alright! The Go-Getters 2.0 have done it! That's why they're now 3 and 2, and we'll have another exciting race after these words. Do not go away! Alright, welcome back to Tampa Bay and our summer farewell show. Still to come, we have an explosive main event in which we'll have 2 teams ready to compete for the new honors as Tag Team on the Month. But right now, let's simple it up, race number 9. That's right, and for race number 9, we have Corey Sonchester and Adrian Legetta against Max Alexandersberg and the Jersey Devil John Stevenson. And here's we'll get a ladder for this next race. Let's see who had the lucky dip for race number 9 this week on our summer farewell show here in Tampa Bay. Best of the 2 teams, and please start the race! Alright, time for another race. Let's see who's going to go on top in this one. And number 2 is good. So he will be left behind in the crowd. And it looks like number 7 is going to join number 2 for T-Life. All the way in the back of the pack. Right now on the 4 Chao going to shake the palm trees, and now they're going to eat fruit. And there goes Corey Sonchester. He is going to lead over the 4 Chao right now. He'll be leading for Adrian Legetta to come with. As Max Alexandersberg wins the wing toss, and he's flying towards the water. Number 7 and 8 in the back are both going to rest. So these 2 Chao are going to be left behind for a while. Number 8 really needs a help every now and then. I think he might as well take the water. Yep. He's going to take the water as speed bus number 2 of this race will be made by number 2, who's trying to lead number 7 in dust over the bridges. Right now, it is Corey Sonchester who has the lead over Max Alexandersberg. His team is leading at the current moment, but we'll soon know which one of them will come on top in the end. As the next speed bus will be made by Adrian Legetta, who's trying desperately to get back in this one. Poor number 1 is getting left behind, and so is number 8. We have passed the 1 minute mark of this race. And who will get the next command speed bus? It is going to be none other than the Jersey Devil himself, John Stevenson. Going sitting in 3rd place ahead of the pack. Right now in the very front, it is Corey Sonchester is in the lead, followed by Max Alexandersberg in 2nd place. Which team will come on top? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 2. That makes it 6 PS race. And down goes number 2 and another Silver Chao. That's what it comes to serious damage. Number 1 really needs the speed bumps all the way in the back. But it's number 7 who will get that chance. Leaving poor number 1 in us, and down goes A-Wing and Jetta for the count. But his team should have a commanding lead over Max Lexansberg by a little bit of distance. And who got the next one? It is number 8, who makes pass for number 2 for 6th place. By the way, looks like number 1 is getting left behind. I don't think he'll get any more speed for the entire race. By the way, looks like right now, who will get the next command speed bus? It's going to be the Jersey Devil himself, John Stevenson. That makes it second speed bus of the race. But there's always next time, because Corey Rochester is going to leave Max Lexansberg in the dust. As A-Wing Jet takes his second speed bus of the race, and number 1's going to rest all the way back. Tally one up for Corey Rochester and A-Wing Jetta. Number 7 by win by Chloe and Adrian. Well done. They might as well come back next season if they keep it up. As number 1 finally gets speed bus, and he was able to make the pass on numbers 2 and 8 for dear life. And that is going to do it for this race. Alright, Corey and Adrian got the win this month. That's right, but what happens for next month? We'll find out soon enough. Back in a bit with more of our summer farewell show after these messages. Alright, we got 3 more races left for the men's division play. That's right, the next of those remaining races will feature Jeff Nellis and Frank Fernandao battling against the AC Gambler Tyler Foltz and Chip Sube. Both teams really need to get a win to get back in this one. Let's find out who will get that chance to stay alive in the rankings. Best luck to the 2 teams, and let's rock this place! Alright, so there goes the next 2 teams busting down the line. Try to earn another win towards coming back next season. And right now, number 7 is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the crowd. And right now, on the 4, Chao already eat the fruit. And there goes Tyler Foltz busting down the line. And look at that. His team is going to have the upper hand because Tyler Foltz, the other 3 Chao, are dancing to the beat. So Tyler Foltz will have full control of this match as the first superstar that gets beat is number 1, who's going to be heading for the 1-0 along with one of my Chao, and number 2 is going to rest. So he's expected to join number 7 for D-Life. What will these 2 Chao be doing? It looks like they'll both be heading for the water, and it looks like number 2 is going to make it to the top of the hill towards a shortcut. As Chip Sube takes speedbus number 2 in this race, and Tyler Foltz is going to rest, so he'll drop down to 4 places ahead of the pack. Number 2 was way behind early on, but he took a shortcut, and now he will have command of the lead. As Tyler Foltz, who wakes up first down, takes the next command speedbus. Poor Jeff Nellis is getting left behind along with number 1. But number 7 is the real deal, who is way behind in the competition. All the way in back. We'll get the next speed bumps. It is Jeff Nellis, the success student of Chao Racing 2018. And down goes Chip Sube. That's what got serious damage. Oh, he almost ran off course. That could be very bad news. Anyway, looks like Tyler Foltz is trying his best to catch up to both Frank Fernandao and Chip Sube. As number 1, we'll get number 2. That makes it 2nd speed bus of the race. Poor Jeff Nellis better hurry up if he wants to catch up with the others in a hurry. Well, number 2 has to lead, but which team will prevail with the best position in 2nd place? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 7, who's trying to hold on numbers 1 and 8 Harry, and number 2 pauses for more than a ton. Well, but I think he will still have a commanding lead ahead of our 2 teams right now. Currently, it is Tyler Foltz, who is in 2nd place, followed in 3rd place by Jeff Nellis. And who will get the next command of the speed bus? It's back to number 7. That's who. Back-to-back speed bus for number 7. And right now, number 2 has his race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. The 2 teams are making way towards home stretch, and it's going to be a showdown down to the wire here, folks. As number 8, who desperately needs help, takes the next command speed bus to Frank Fernandao is trying to make the pass from Tyler Foltz, and as number 2 comes in 1st place, Frank Fernandao lifts Jeff Nellis for the victory, and number 1 will cross on the speed bus race. So with a miracle pass, Frank Fernandao lifts Jeff Nellis towards the victory with 2nd place. Wow, that was an amazing talent. What a great pass by Frank Bonato. Back in the pit, did not go away. Alright, just 2 more weeks left for the tag team exhibition play. What do we have first? The first of those remaining races will feature the 2016 Rising Stars champion Joshua Samoa and his partner Zach Arson against Ravon Hill and Michael Clayton. So this race will precede this month's main event for tag team play. Let's find out who will win this one. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a challenge! Okay, so before we have an explosive main event in the next segment, we have this wonderful segment featuring the 2016 Rising Stars champion and all of his opponents, along with his partner, and they're approaching the palm trees right now. The fans on Tampa Bay are cheering on their favorite tag teams, hoping they'll make the tag team playoffs in the end of the season. And who's going to have command in the lead? It looks like Joshua Samoa, the 2016 Rising Stars champion, is going to have command in the lead, followed by Ravon Hill in second place. And it looks like they're both heading for the water, as the first superstar gets beat is number 8, who is trying desperately to catch up with the others in a hurry, and number 7 was going to, so he'll be left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Well, which path will he be taking? Looks like he's going to stick with the bridges, folks, so he'll have a lot of catching up to do. As Michael Clayton, who also really needs help, takes Beavis number 2 in space, he's trying to cheer on Ravon Hill, who is battling with Joshua Samoa as they make their way towards the top of the hill on the amethyst portion of the Emerald Course. And who will get the next command Beavis? It's number 7, that's who. He gets help, but I think he's going to retain last place, just behind number 1, yeah? Michael Clayton is trying his best to stay alive in the game, and so is Zach Arson, who is battling in third place, and Michael Clayton taunts for one. As the next POs will be made by Zach Arson, who leaves him and number 2 in the dust. He is catching up to his partner, Joshua Samoa and Ravon Hill, who are fighting for the lead to come on. This is going to be exciting. We'll also know which team will come on top. Next POs belongs to number 8. That makes his second speed bus of the race. Point number 1 and point number 7 are battling for D-Life all the way in the back. Which one man will get some help? It's going to be number 1, so he'll try to catch up with number 8 for the second time in this race. And back with fun, Ravon Hill, Joshua Samoa, and Zach Arson are making their way towards the top of the wall in the top 5 pushing him, of course. And Joshua Samoa is going to. So it's up to Zach Arson to make the pass for Ravon Hill. Will it happen? We'll find out soon enough. Who got the next POS? It's number 1. That's Sue. He needs help and he got it. Now trying to make the pass for number 7. And Ravon Hill is approaching a home stretch. And I do think his team is going to have the smile on his face. Yeah, Zach Arson didn't have enough flying power to stay alive. So it's number 2 who have the next command POS. Ravon Hill is running away from both Zach Arson and Joshua Samoa. Ravon Hill is going to get him an easy victory this week. As number 7 takes his second speed bus to the base, you can tell me went up for Ravon Hill and Michael Clayton. They are now at 4-1, and Ravon Hill is now at 12-5 in his 17 bases so far. Ravon Hill is keeping up with Cinderella season this year, and we have just enough time for one more speed bus left in space, and it will be made by number 2. That makes his second speed bus race, and number 7 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. Alright, so Ravon Hill and Michael Clayton will lead us to the main event. That's right, and that main event is coming up next, right after we've said a word from this sponsor. Alright, it's time for a very something special for week 16. What time is it, Tampa Bay fans? It's main event time! That's right, it is indeed main event time for week 16 on our 7th farewell show. And Paul's going to tell us all about this week's main event. Thank you, Brennan. For this week's main event, we have our defending champions, Vince Dayton and Glenn Murray, against the Gunner Star Master Gary Dayton and the Harlem Shake Master Efron Kingsley. The two teams are all prepped up for another exciting edition. So without further ado, best of luck to these two teams, and let's rock this place! And it was like Efron Kingsley is good at. So he will be left behind the crowd And this week's main event is presented by A&W Root Beer, reminding you that you don't have to just buy root beer, you can buy fries or even burgers with a side, even regular soda. But always trust A&W Root Beer no matter where you go. And right now it looks like Ben Mason is dancing to the beat. And there goes Garrett Dayton. He is going to have to come in handily. Brad Murray will have the privilege to battle with him for second place along with number 1. And it looks like Garrett Dayton is heading for the water. And so is Graham Murray, as the first superstar against Beavers. On week 16's main event presented by A&W Root Beer is number 8, who is numbers 2 and 7 in the dust all the way in the back. Looks like number 2 is also heading for the water. Number 7 decided to stick with the bridges. So now he has a lot of catching up to do all the way in the back. As Graham Murray, one half of our defending tag team champions and the defending third place participant, takes Beavers number 2. He is currently catching up to our leader Garrett Dayton, the Garden Master, and number 1 is gonna, so he'll drop down a couple places. Right now, Evan Kingsley is also trying his best to stay alive in the game, as he will get the next command as Beavers. Corey sitting in 4th place ahead of number 8. Point number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. He really needs his Beavers, and I mean now. He really needs it, but the next Beavers is going to be named by number 8. That makes his second Beavers of the race, and he dominates over the forest there at Chao with 5th place. Meanwhile, Garrett Dayton is starting to get tailgated by both Graham Murray and Biz Jason of the defending champions. Who is going to come on top? Who is going to get the September tag team up honors? We will find out soon enough in here we want. Next Beavers belongs to number 7. He finally got some help, but I think he needs a lot more help than that to stay in the game. Oh, and down goes F1 Kingsley for the count. That's going to cost a serious match. Give a free jump in to the top of the wall, and Garrett Dayton and Vince Jason on the rest. So let's head back to number 7, fighting for D-Light for the 2nd time in a row. I think he's going to be left behind in competition for sure. And right now, it looks like Graham Murray and F.I. Kingsley are going to rest. As number 1 regains control and lead over the force of the Chao with the next command as Beavers. And right now, it looks like Ben Jason is going to lift Graham Murray towards the victory, even though Graham went a little too far or whatever the week was. Ben Jason and Graham Murray are still going to be September tag team of the month. No doubt about it. As number 2 takes the next man Beavers, the defending champion, Ben Jason and Graham Murray, Garrett Dayton and F.I. Kingsley to win week 16's main event, presented by A&W Root Beer. As number 1, who can say sayonara to Yosu and Chao, will get the last Beavers to close out the tag team play. Numbers 2 and 7 can't forget about this race. And Ben Jason and Graham Murray are September tag team of the month. That's right, they'll be coming back next month to try and do it again. Back for more exciting action after this, so stay tuned.